Hello loves, today we want to talk about clearing energy and sensing energy when you're feeling off, irritated, frustrated, lethargic, just kind of drained and not feeling like yourself. Chances are you probably absorbed energies from the environments, your friends, your coworkers, and this is a common thing that people don't realize, that they're sponges absorbing energy that's not theirs to process. And this happened to us today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something that's like more sticky for you, because each of us, we have topics that are more sticky for ourselves, like depending on your own personality and experience, like some things stick to you more than others. And we went through this today. Like, I'm fresh off clearing a lot of energetic debris. I'm like blissed out right now. But like 2 hours ago, I was like, oh.
Yeah, like to the point where I didn't want to get out of bed. I was exhausted, I was drained, my head was hurting, I felt dehydrated. For me, what really shifted it was I took a salt bath, filled the bath up with some warm water, and gave myself at least a half hour in there to soak and breathe deeply and bring in light and clear the energy. And we're going to talk more about those techniques. This is kind of just the introduction video to this, but we will be supplying you guys with meditations. I will put one out there and Stephen will as well, so you can kind of see the differences, and whichever one resonates with you, stick with that one and play it anytime that you need to clear your fields.
Yeah. And there are so many techniques, like there's really an infinite amount of ways to clear energetic debris and like upgrade your energy. So really feel what resonates most with you and do that. And whether it's our offerings or something that we recommend or even just a simple technique. And I wanted to preface this by saying, like, the more sensitive you get, the more quickly you realize that you're out of alignment. And you like have to deal with it. So when you build sensitivity, it's like it's in your face. If you're holding any bit of negativity or anything like that, it feels
off, because it's not your normal vibration. Once you become a mindful being and you're living in this awakened heart state, anything that is not of that vibration is going to be so screaming and uncomfortable to you that you cannot ignore it. And it's important to honor it. It's important to honor the emotions that come up with it for you, because sometimes
there's a lesson.
Yeah, there's always a lesson. So it's not like we're just saying, get in there, take a bath, and breathe in light and breathe and ignore what's coming up. Feel what are you getting irritated about? Let yourself explore the anger behind it. Receive pictures and images or feelings.
And one key point, like, even though a lot of times you're picking up energetic debris from your surroundings or other people, the ones that are most sticky, that affect you the most, they resonate with a trigger that you already have. Right. So it's important to really look at it and say, what is this triggering that's already within me? That's why it feels that kind of way. Right.
Because our experiences and our triggers are a reflection of what's going on internally, right? So when we meet people that irritate us or that we're frustrated with, it's because there's something within us that needs to be resolved. Most of the time, our reactivity to people and their energies. So do you want to kind of talk about a little bit about a personal power through awareness with sensing energy?
Yeah. The first step for everything, it's awareness. So it's being aware, like, wow, I feel off right now, or I feel stuck, or I'm frustrated or irritated or sad or angry. Whatever is off and not in alignment with your higher self, with your best self, that's your indicator. So bring awareness to that. And it's a practice of checking in with your energy throughout the day. And as you go through your spiritual growth process, you naturally do this more and more, to the point where you're just checking in with yourself continuously. So learn to check in with yourself like as many times a day as you can and say, like, how do I feel right now? Am I centered? Am I grounded? Am I in love right now? Am I peaceful? And if not, if you're feeling off, stuck, whatever, that's when you bring full awareness to it Like the first step in every system of resolution or change is awareness. So it's like admitting, like, wow, like, okay, I'm feeling off. Like fully owning it with full awareness.
And then you want to cultivate a space where you can get quiet and calm the mind and get into that heart space so you can clearly see without your energy being so scattered and other surroundings and being overstimulated, that you're in a calm, quiet place so you can actually confront and see what's coming up, you know? Emotions are energy in motion, so like we want to calm ourselves down and see how it's presenting itself.
Yep. And see clearly without influence.
Right.
So that's an important...
Without judgment.
Yeah, that's important. Because meditation, being centered, anything that's a centering mindful practice, it shows you what your energy is like without influence, without external influences. So this gives you a more grounded perspective of viewing the state that you're in. And then from that state of clear viewing and centeredness, then you can choose what you want to do to upgrade your energy.
Right.
You fully acknowledge it, and then you help it transmute into higher vibrations.
And that is the medium of using light energy, right? The infinite source of love, infinite source of light, tapping into that field of energy to rejuvenate and fill your cup and clear and transmute. And so every day we have that available to us so we can start our day invigorated, full, with vitality, and feel nourished to be able to serve people and go about our everyday lives. So this is a great way for you to really honor your emotional state when you are triggered, when you're off, and to come back to that calmness in the heart center. So really important to honor your feelings when this stuff comes up.
Yeah. So let's say like you're talking to someone or even getting in an argument with someone who's really triggering you, and that's the off feeling. Just as much as you can, just remove yourself from that situation and be by yourself, sit with yourself, whether it's going into another room, going outside somewhere, going for a walk, just getting in your own energy and allowing yourself to center from there. And this applies to any situation, you know, even if you're at work. I used to do this when I worked at my corporate job. Like I would get to the point some afternoons where I just felt like so drained and exhausted, and I would take a 15-minute walk outside.
Right.
And it would really allow me to center myself.
Nature is an excellent reset for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then from that point, then you can pull out these simple tools that we share. And here's the cool thing about this, like, it doesn't have to be some really complicated thing.
It's not supposed to be. You have to have access to it all the time.
It's really simple stuff. And it's stuff that, like, when we say most of these, you're going to be like, wow, that's so obvious. But when you actually apply these, they're so effective.
I mean, the quickest thing to do is if you get yourself into a calm place, even if you go into your car for 5 minutes, say your house is totally chaotic and you can't get away, there's no room without noise, you have children, you have things going on, go into your car, close your eyes, and as soon as you close your eyes, that draws you into yourself. And then just picture golden light calming you and soothing you and nourishing you. And it's just the intention that you're taking your mind to that space of calmness, that space of love, that space of rejuvenation, that you're allowing every cell of your being to actually do that.
Intention is powerful.
Yeah, the intention is powerful. So just for you taking that moment of self-love and self-care to remove yourself from a situation and calm the mind and the body, you can actually go in and see things more clearly that, okay, now I'm in my center, I know my energy, I can be stronger for everyone around me. And that's the beautiful thing of when you're a clear being, you're living the best life possible because you are actually that container that supports other people's growth just by being present, like just by being in their field. If you can hold a clear energy, then you're going to help people shift without even saying anything, without putting your information onto them and forcing them to change and preaching to them. Just your pure energy, your pure light, the love that you embody will be that transformation force for so many people.
So
Transformation force.
so,
I would
like-
say weird words.
so what was that like as a simple practice? It's just closing your eyes and calling in light.
Yeah, just
Just as
closing
simple
your
as that.
eyes. Let's just do it right now. Everybody, close your eyes. And notice as soon as you close your eyes, it draws you inward to the body. Some feel the energy go right to the heart or release right into the belly. And then just tune into the natural rhythms of your breath. And you can focus on the belly, because with every inhalation, the belly will expand. With every exhalation, the belly goes back towards the spine. And just be there with that belly breath. Without forcing it, just following that rhythm. And now call in golden light. Fill your body up with golden energy that calms you, relaxes you, soothes you, and clears any energy that is not yours to process. And you may say a mantra as, I release all energies that are not mine to process. I only allow the highest vibrations of truth, love, and compassion to be within my being and around me. And you can make up whatever mantra feels comfortable, but set that intention that you are a clear, loving, calm being.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And I approach it from a slightly different way. Like,
Yeah.
what I usually do first, like after bringing awareness and like just being with myself, I always tune into my breath first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start just doing some deep breathing
Mm-hmm.
with whatever I'm doing. If I'm sitting somewhere, if I'm walking, I'll just tune into my breath and start breathing deeply. And when you breathe, it really starts circulating the energy. You
Yeah.
can think about it as the breath as like wind or a breeze. It clears the air. So it's
Right.
clearing your energy field. And you don't need to do any specific or fancy breathwork techniques. All you need to do is consciously breathe.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, breathe deeply into your belly. Do whatever you feel like. Move your hands if you want
Right.
to. Go through your nose, out your mouth.
Shake out the
Yeah,
hands, shake out the body, anything that's
Yeah.
stored in there.
And that really starts getting me on that upward spiral of vibration. Like,
Right.
it brings me from here, the awareness stops that downward spiral, and then the breath starts circulating
Right.
me back upwards in frequency. So I love using the breath as a tool that
Yeah,
way.
and one of my favorite breaths work to do that's so easy, and you use the audible sound of ah, which is the sound of the heart center, so you want to generate that vibration coming back to the heart. It's just to take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out the mouth, and you feel that release, and that's actually a reset to your parasympathetic system. When you go, your body just knows that you're going to relax by using that audible sound. So
Yeah.
let's try it
It's
again. It
it's
feels so
relief.
good, right? Ready? It's a relief. It's a sound of release. And, you know, a couple of those is highly transformative. And that's really good, too, with anger. Like, if you're in a situation that's got you fired up, the shaking and the really allows you to reset.
Yeah. And that leads to the next one. It's using your voice.
Yes.
Vocal toning.
Oh, so good.
So that is, and I was just doing this before, and I combined two things. So I actually took a cold shower after I was breathing, and we did some hugging, some cuddles, which helps too.
Oh, chicos.
And I got in the shower. So another thing is anything with the elements or nature is going to help. If you're in nature, if you're in water, even if you just take a shower or a bath, like you said, it's cleansing and grounding. So I got in the shower, took a cold shower, and during that I just started using my voice. I started toning. And I always start with Om because it's so easy. That's always how I start. I just go Om.
Yeah.
And then I'll see whatever other tones I feel like doing, and it always turns into me laughing. Like, I'll do it for a while, just be like, oh, and then I'll just like burst out laughing. So by the time I get to that point, like, there's no way I'm feeling like low or
Yeah.
stuck. But like, By the time I bring awareness, start using my breath, use my voice, and especially if I'm in a cold shower, like I'm blissed out by that point. It's like such a turnaround. And that stuff's so simple. It's like our voice and our breath.
It is. And I would like to invite you guys to try just humming. Because I know all the stuff around the insecurities around oming, right? So we want to vibrate from the base of our spine all the way up, because that's how we reset our energy. And if you're in the shower, a great thing to do is just let the water run up and down your spine and kind of take those deep breaths in, and then just hum. Any humming that really increases the vibration of your body using your own voice is so clearing.
Because humming is vibration.
Right.
So you could feel any blocks of energy vibrating away.
Yeah, and just allow your body to do whatever pitch. If it's a high hum, low hum, and no judgment.
High hum, low hum, ho hum.
Yeah, there's no judgment. Another wonderful thing to do is tapping. Energy tapping. I always like to go to my thymus gland and just to take those deep breaths in through the nose and release that audible sound of that way. That always kind of gets me back into my centered state, into a calm state. So,
and this is another thing, like, you don't need some complicated tapping
No,
technique. Like you do 7 here, 8 here, 10 over here. No, just whatever you intuitively feel like. So like sometimes I'll be doing this.
Right.
Sometimes I'll do my eyebrows. Like I'll feel tension. A lot of times I'll do around my heart
You get
region.
so excited.
I know. I love this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm lit up from actually doing this.
Right.
So now I'm talking about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, guys, is that you don't have to follow our techniques all the time. We want you to come up with your own creations. This is just a guide. This is just a platform for you to use and then create from your own being once you trust your inner voice and you trust your body's intuition and your body's awareness. And so like when we're talking about tapping and stuff, you don't have to read about all these emotional freedom techniques and stuff. Just allow your body to feel, pull, kind of move the way it needs to move.
You'll be guided
Your
to
body
do
is so amazing.
what you need to do intuitively. So just trust the wisdom of your body and feel free to blend all of these things that we talk about, like any kind of movement, breath work, tapping, nature, elements.
Using the imagination.
Using your voice, imagination, intention, affirmations, like feel free to just blend them all in your own unique way, and it becomes fun too. Then it's like
it's supposed to be joyful.
Great fun. So it turns in like from
so funny.
because it turns from like like I feel so stuck or irritated like this, and by the time you're doing this stuff, it's like you're jumping for joy literally, and you're in a state of bliss. But all it takes is like being aware. Hey, I'm feeling stuck. Just like bringing full awareness to that. And then start doing really, really simple things to bring yourself out of it. And simple is key, because when you're in that lower state, you don't want to do anything.
Right.
So you got to start with something really simple, like just tuning into your breath, or just closing your eyes, or taking a walk by yourself and just closing your eyes, or tuning into your breath, or calling in light, like any of those really, really simple things. Yeah. It's all about those simple steps, and then from that simple step, you reverse that momentum and start spiraling upward.
So we will put some play sheets together, some instructions together, 2 guided meditations. I'll do one and he'll do one for you guys to kind of follow as templates to get started. But I really want the take-home message for this to be of why we want to keep our energy fields clear is because when we're a clear channel, we are holding so much light for people to change around us, and we can make better decisions that lead us to the highest path, our highest potentials, because we are able to process information clearly and not be scattered. We will hear our intuition. We will hear our inner voice in a more balanced way. So this is why you have to make sure you're not absorbing everybody else's programs and emotions and fears, because if you're doing that, you're not going to even know who you are. And the first step to realizing who you are is keeping a clear energy field, because this is 101 right here. Clear energy field and sensing energies, because without this, we can't help you discover who you are.
Yeah, because
you don't know.
And clear energy field means clarity.
Right. So this is the first step to getting more clarity in your life and living the best version of yourself.
Yep.
Whole heart embodiment.
And everything you do becomes just a natural extension of your vibrational state. So when you're in these higher vibrational states consistently, you just find yourself being more creative.
More
You just
magnetic.
find yourself meeting awesome people. You just find amazing things
Attracting
happening.
relationships.
Yeah, everything. It's a natural extension of that. So that's why it's so important to keep yourself in those states. But don't like beat yourself up if you get stuck or emotions come up, because we're human. Stuff
Yes.
happens. We get thrown
Yes.
off. So don't judge yourself for getting thrown off. Just bring awareness to it, acknowledge that it has a lesson in it, and then have fun on your way spiraling back up.
Right. And there's always support available. If you're unable to shift your energy, there's energy healers. Stephen and I do private sessions too. Contact us. We'd be happy to help you. And there's lots of ways that you can receive help and guidance on this journey.
Yeah.
So much love and many blessings. It was a pleasure, and I look forward to doing the guided meditations with you guys. Peace.
Peace.